Hello everyone, this is Miss Dimitri, your school librarian, and today we're going to have a lesson about the Big Six. So the purpose of the lesson today is to discuss a research method called the Big Six. Now, this method can be viewed as like a roadmap which will guide you through how to find, use, and create information. So, I know a lot of you know how to quickly find out about pretty much anything, especially if you use Google search engines like that. We all know that you know how to do that, but it's not always necessarily the best information, especially if you're trying to find information about a topic that you need to know a lot about. So the Big Six is a process, a step-by-step process that will help you with that. Now, as always, we follow a curriculum. So everything that I'm talking about today, about the Big Six, supports the ideas, the concepts, and the objectives for what we need to know called information literacy. It's all supported in the standards. So with the texts, we have research and information fluency to meet. We're applying learning theories in the national media standards as a librarian. I'm doing that. Common Core standards, we are integrating several sources to come up with an idea about something. According to the ISTE standards, that's technology, we are doing strategies to learn how to locate information. And according to the AASL standards at the bottom, we are learning how to investigate and be creative and following a process to fill in what we need to learn about. So the Big Six is a process that we practice to learn. It's a thinking process. So our information that we find out turns into knowledge. It's something that we can use later on. Information that we don't remember or use or apply in any way, that doesn't really mean information automatically turns into knowledge. It's how we use it and evaluate it. So this process is a problem-solving process, a thinking process as well. So we have category steps in the Big Six. And I'm guessing you know how many? Well, there are 6. So that's the easy part to remember. So to get our brains warmed up, in this lesson, your teacher is going to walk you through the lesson that I have recorded for you. We've got different things, different components that make it up. But the very first thing we're going to do after I talk to you all with this introduction, after this introduction, we are going to do a pre-assessment, so a quick quiz to find out how much we know and what we need to learn. There's multiple choice questions, and then we're going to think about, as you take the quiz, when you're researching, how do you investigate? What kinds of steps do you take in the process? And what do you do in the end? What usually is something that you create at the end of the process. Now, some key points to remember is that when we learn this thinking process, we learn a universal language for how to approach information that we can use for any subject or problem that you can take with you when you go through all the grade levels, through elementary, middle school, high school, and into college. So that what I'm trying to teach you with this lesson, and your teacher is trying to teach you, are some skills that you will definitely need as you go through school. And you can use it for anything you want to find any information about. So we're going to start practicing using that academic language, the terminology that's the Big Six has for each step. We're going to remember those key words and start communicating with that with you'll be talking with your teacher about it, between each other with that about it, and with me about it. and we'll hopefully use that more in the future. And finally, when you come to the library, we're going to start the Big Six process. So keep in mind the topic or subject or problem statement that your teacher discusses with you in the class, and have it kind of ready to go, so that way when you come to the library, we're not talking about this lesson, we're not going over it, we're already hands-on getting into investigating and going through the process. And I will definitely be there to help you out with that. So think about your topic. Problem statement could be ways that we need to figure out how to recycle more in the school. Something that you're trying to solve is a good way to go about it as well, is a good way to start. Thank you for listening, and I will hopefully see you soon in the library.